Hello everyone, welcome to Chirag's technology tutorial. In this video, we are going to learn how to install and configure Zabbix 7 with Apache and PostgreSQL 16 for Ubuntu 24.0 for LTS. And second part, we'll go through the how to add a remote host for the monitoring. So Zabbix is the monitoring tool, and we are going to use the Zabbix 7.0, that is LTS. LTS means long-term supports, and there is a introduced with the new features and some enhancement regarding the Zabbix. So we'll just install that. And prerequisites is that before starting, make sure you have system requirement. We have a system and we have a 2 GB RAM at least we need, and multi-core processor for the installation, and root privileges. So we'll go through the step by step. First step is Zabbix server installation. Part 1 is the Zabbix server installation. So I have a server, I have a virtual server that is 192.168.224.128. I'm going to access this server. So Windows R, CMD, you can access with the any SSH tool just like putty, secure host. So SSH dpt at the rate dpt user while installing Ubuntu. I am using the dpt user, and this is my IP address 192.168.224.128. All the servers are running in my VM. Okay, so I'm accessing the VM. So admin at the rate 123. So this is server 1. Now step by step we'll go through that. So now I'm going to update and upgrade my system. So sudo apt update for the update the packages, and sudo apt upgrade -y, we are upgrading the system package. So this is done. Now I'm going to install the Apache web server. So command is the sudo apt install apache to what -y. Yes, permission we are giving. So this is also done. Now I'm going to enable Apache 2 and start Apache 2. Enable whenever the system will boot, automatically Apache 2 will start. For that we are enabling that features and starting the Apache 2. Now I'm going to allow firewall for the Apache full. So let me check the firewall status. So you can check like this status 22 port is allow. Okay. So SSH I am able to access. Now I'm going to Apache 2. So added. Now you can check the status. So here Apache full is also allow. Apache full means it will allow HTTP, and HTTP ports will be allowed for that. So next step is that install PostgreSQL server. So PostgreSQL, I'm going to just access this one. So with the Ubuntu 24.0 for LTS, automatically it will come with the added the repository for PostgreSQL 16. So automatically it will install the Postgres 16. If you want the 17, then you have to add the repository for the PostgreSQL 17. Then you update the packages and then install the PostgreSQL. So it will install the Postgres 17. So in next video I'll show you that with the Postgres 17. Completing that, we are also enabling the PostgreSQL and starting the PostgreSQL for the system boot. Whenever the system will start, automatically PostgreSQL database will be started. So next, create the Zabbix database and user. So I'm going to access the PostgreSQL sudo -u Postgres my user default user and pgsql for the PostgreSQL cell. So now we are in PostgreSQL cell. So inside that we are going to create the database. So create database name. This is a simple SQL query. Create database name. So my database name is Zabbix. Now I'm going to create the user. So create user Zabbix and with the encrypted password admin at the rate 123. So my user database is Zabbix and user also I'm creating the Zabbix. And next I'm going to give the privilege database Zabbix user to Zabbix database. Okay, so done. Now I'm going to connect with the Zabbix database. So connected, and alter the schema public owner for the Zabbix. So there is a we're giving the permission for the Zabbix database and Zabbix user. So grant and done. Now you can replace the admin with the secure password as per your choice and verify permission before importing. So this is necessary. If you not able to access the database, then import will give you the error. So before that, just check with this command. So Zabbix. So there is a Zabbix and access privilege is for the Zabbix. Yeah, working fine. So now I'm going to install the Zabbix server agent and adding the repository to Zabbix. Zabbix repository to Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. So just download. Here you can see Ubuntu 24.04 all DB Debian package. Now I'm going to extract this one and update. Whenever you are just installing any new package, adding new package, you have to update the system so that it will reflect. So now going to install the Zabbix server, frontend and agent. So run this command. So there is a Zabbix server, PGSQL, PostgreSQL, Zabbix frontend PHP, Zabbix Apache config, and Zabbix SQL script, Zabbix agent. So many things are there. So these are the packages we are going to install that. Installing the Zabbix frontend PHP. Okay, Zabbix SQL script is going on. So done. So now I'm going to configure the Zabbix database, import initial schema, so the default schema, whatever is there. I'm going to run this command. So done this one, jcat user share Zabbix, Zabbix SQL script, PostgreSQL and server.sql.dz, and then we are using the Zabbix user and Zabbix database. So done. So create index, create table, insert the data. So you can able to see there. Now you can check with the database also. So slash C Zabbix DT. These are the 2 minutes tables will be there. So any of the table, I'm going to select strict. So data is inserted. Okay. Next. So now we are going to edit the Zabbix server configuration file. So this is the path for the Zabbix server path. Here we are adding the database password and port. So go down, db name, db schema, db password, and admin at the rate 123. There is a port. So 5432 is the default port for PostgreSQL. So done. Next, configure the PHP for the Zabbix. So in default, the same configuration we need max execution time, memory limit 128 MB, and this thing. I'm going to add here one more thing, that is my time zone. So time zone is necessary because it will show you the correct date and time. So done. So this one also added. Now start a Zabbix server in Apache 2. So I'm just running this command. So there is Apache 2 enabling the Zabbix server and Zabbix agent and starting the Zabbix server and Zabbix agent. So all the things, so done. Now just check with the status of the Zabbix server. So active and running. Okay. So now this part is completed. I'm going to access the Zabbix into the front end. So there, welcome to Zabbix 7.0 and default language is English EN and click on the next. Here you will show the PHP version and PHP option, memory limit, everything is okay. If you are getting any error, then go back and just change the value for that and go to the next. So I'm going to next step. So there is a database PostgreSQL and database host, local host, port if you are using the default port, otherwise give the whatever you are giving the port. So default port 5432. So no need to give this one. Zabbix database, no need to put the schema. There is a Zabbix user and password we have given admin at the rate 123. So click on next. Okay, done. So there is a Zabbix server name. So I'm giving the Zabbix server and see we are added the time zone. So here you can change the time zone at system time zone as per your requirement. You can change it and default theme blue and there is a multiple things theme are there. You can check. Click on next. So here all the pre-installation summary is there. If you are getting any error, you want to change anything, then you go back and you can change. So everything correct, then click on next. So configure, congratulations, you have successfully installed Zabbix frontend. So there is an installation file is created. So click on finish. Now just log in. So default username is admin and password is Zabbix. So put this Zabbix. So so done. You can able to see we are logged in and go to the monitoring. There is a host. So you can able to see there is a one host is there and this is a local interface and we are going to access this one. So up to Zabbix installation is completed. Okay. Now we are moving to second part. There we are just remote host configuration for the 129. We are working with the 128 server. Okay. So I'm going to access the 129 server. So here only I can add. So SSH DPT at the rate 129. So we have access this second server. Now add the Zabbix repository because we want to add the client agent here. So added. Now extract this. So done. Now update the system. Here we are using the going to install the Zabbix agent only. Server. This one name I am giving agent. Okay. So red color is agent. Now I am going to install the Zabbix agent. So installation is done. Now configure, go to the configuration file, agent configuration file. So here we'll just put this parameters. So go down and we'll found server is this one 128 192 190 192 168 224.128 and there is server active and there is a Zabbix host name. So host name I'm giving like this slash server in last 120 129. Okay, so this is my host name 129 I'm giving. Done. Now start and enable the Zabbix agent. Open firewall port because we need to the 10050 TCP port for that. So open this and reload the firewall. So this is also done. Now add the host to the Zabbix server. So not in agent, just log in with this one, this URL. So we are already logged in. We are already logged in. We can create host from here and we can change these things, tags and these things. What I'll do, I'm going to open this one. Okay, and I'm going to copy this, clone this same configuration and changing this one 129. Okay, same templates I'm going to use, same host group I'm going to use, only we have to change the agent here IP address 192.168.224.129. Okay, so IP then port number is 10050, same, no need to change anything. There is a same, we are not going to change any values here, no encryption is okay. Host and going to add this, so 129 is added. So availability is not there now. So let me refresh. Okay, enabled. Here you can check the latest data is coming from there. So just click on the latest data. Here you will able to see all the things. So available memory is 3.2 GB. There is a checksum. All the things will component will you will see there. So go to the host. What I will do, just I am going to just assume I am going to shut down the system. Init 0. Okay. So I'm shut down the agent system. So let me check this is reflecting or not. It will take some time, but it will reflect. Still available memory is coming. Let me reload the services, Zabbix server services. Restart. You can run with the reload also. So here you can check the interface. Interface is correct 192.168.224.129. So graph. I'm waiting for the report. Yeah, this availability is down now. You can check this one. You can keep the cursor, get the agent value, establish TCP connection. So unable to connect with this one, this server. Means this if any server will goes down, then it will come to the red. You can check with the monitoring dashboard. Dashboard also you can able to check this one available and not available. Okay, all the things. So in this video, we have learned how to install and configure Zabbix 7 with Apache 2 and Postgres 16 with Ubuntu 24.0 for LTS, and how to add the remote host for the monitoring. And we added that, and one is server and second server we have added with that. So that is also Ubuntu. So for any doubts and query, please write on the YouTube video comment section. Follow the process on in the video. Please subscribe and like for the more videos. Don't forget to follow, like, share and comment. Hope this will help. Thank you for watching.